My name is Mark and welcome to my channel. Join me all year round, come rain or shine, and together we will be fishing for pleasure. This week in search of Crucian and Tench.
Well, good morning troops. Here we are in search of Crucians on my club lake. Never fished it before. So I'm normally religiously stick to the drains on this club ticket, but the lake does hold Crucians. I've been meaning to pay a visit for a long time, never got round to it. I've got a day off work. Beautiful morning, the birds are singing, fish are topping. A lovely looking little lake. Let's see if we can make it pay. See where that fish has topped there. I'm going to be fishing that little bay there in them reed beds. I'm going to feed an alternate line just off the edge of this reed bay. This reed bed. But it looks fair, got a lovely tinge of blue. I don't know if it picks it up on the camera. Obviously using lake blue to keep the weed down. And yeah, let's see what we can catch. I know there's Crucians in here, I know there's Tench in here, as well as a host of silvers and hopefully not too many nuisance carps, but I know there are carp in here. And I'm really looking forward to it. You know, a venue we've never fished before. The first thing I always do, and never go float fishing without, is I plumb the depth. The swim I'm intending to fish, the alternate line I'm intending to fish, the whole swim, I plumb it all. Make sure I know everything about that swim on the deck underneath the water. You know, if it's a regular venue, you know, it's a regular swim, you'll know it like the back of your hand, but that, you know, somewhere new, doesn't matter what type of fishing I'm doing, I want to know what's on the deck, I want to know what it's like. So yeah, I never go float fishing without one of these, and I never go float fishing for things that feed on the bottom without one of these. Now, if you're not sure what this is, I know most people will know, but people new to the sport, that's called a bait dropper. And what you do is you put your loose feed in the cage, so you can somewhere for you to attach your hook. You cast that in and it lands on the deck, opens up, you give it a few shakes of your rod tip, make sure everything comes out. That way all the nuisance fish in the upper layers don't nick your loose feed on the way down, and hopefully you're concentrating that feed on the deck around your hook bait. Yeah, so that, I never go anywhere without them. You know, if I'm river fishing for chub or barbel or roach, even, and I'm fishing on the deck, wherever I'm fishing, I'll take one of these. It's always in my kit. I've always got one. They're so handy, it's unbelievable. Now, of course, it might be a case of halfway through the day I've not caught anything, and I decide, oh, I'm going to fish up in the water for roach and rudd and stuff. But as I'm fishing there, I'm fishing for Tench and Crucians. I'm on the deck, so that's where I want my loose feed, on the deck. Yeah, so it's a lovely lake. It's members only, so you know it's not a day ticket venue. It's a club water, members only. I've never fished it, so I'm really looking forward to the day. I'm fishing in about 5 foot of water, which is nice. I mean, it's even 5 foot, 5 or 6 foot off the end of the staging. That's the only thing. I don't like fishing off stages. I like fishing off a natural bank, but I'm on a stage, and about 5 foot off that stage, it's 5 foot deep. So you know, you've got a bit of depth there. So I've got an alternate line. I'm going to trickle in a little bit of bait, a little bit of corn every now and then on that alternate line. But my main swim, I'm feeding hemp and tares, a little bit of ground bait, getting munching around on that deck, and hopefully we'll attract the Tench and the Crucians. So let's go. It says it all confidently. Let's go and catch some fish. You never know, but It looks set fair. It's a nice day, it's overcast, birds are singing, it's really quite mild, even though, you know, I ain't got no hair, have I? So, I have my woolly hat on in the morning. But, it looks set fair for a good day, hopefully. So let's crack on. Let's catch some tench and crucian on the float. Well, I've been fishing about 15-20 minutes. I've had a few knocks, nothing really positive. Now, when I'm fishing for a better stamp of fish on the float, I tend to fish one way, and that is laying on the bottom, the lift method. I keep it very basic, I keep it very simple. One SSG, that's all. Peacock quill, size 14, size 16 hook, depending on the bait size. And I like to keep it dead simple, nothing complicated, and see where I go from there. Now, as the session progresses, if situations dictate, then I can go more sophisticated. What I mean by that is, obviously you have different shotting patterns for your hook bait to go through the water till it reaches the bottom. You might want to adjust exactly where that bait is on the bottom. You might want it an inch above the bottom. There's a whole different scenarios can change as your session goes on. And for that type of fishing, I'll switch over to the pole, where I have multitude of different rigs for different types of fishing already made up, and I can quick change and develop as I go. But when I start off, it's rod and reel, nothing sophisticated. I'm fishing for lift bites. Don't always get them. Sometimes they sail under still, but that's why I fished at the start. So we've had a few knocks, but nothing major. I'm going to get back to it and see if we can catch some. Well, as you can see, I've switched over to the pole. I'm taking loads of skimmers, but a lot of bites I was missing on the rod and reel. They're very finicky, very fine, so I've gone to a finer setup on the pole. Still fishing on the bottom.
What's that on your head? Is that a camera?
Yeah.
Well done. I thought, well, he must have started here, at least that's the headlight. How you doing?
Oh, I've had plenty of skimmers. It's not what I'm after, but I'm hoping to catch a few Crucians.
There's a Crucians in there?
Yeah, well, apparently, I've seen photos of them. That's what I was hoping for, but I don't mind catching skimmers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've got to be careful.
Well, I haven't been speaking to you for a while. Been sat in the rain for 2 hours. It started raining. Well, no big deal. Got me brolly. no pole in it. I used the pole for something else a couple of weeks ago, an extra long bank stick camera strike type thing, and I forgot to put it back. So yeah, raincoat on, fishing rod and reel and the pole, and catching loads of skimmers. Nothing worth showing you. I mean, no trophy shots, but I was talking to a chap that's fishing on the other bank, and he's had a Crucian out this morning, a few chub and some other stuff. So Crucians are in here, they're feeding. So I'm just gonna now start getting a lot of bites, and I can't hit them. Just can't hit them. They're nicking the corner and everything. So I'm gonna switch back over to the pole, a lot more delicate, a lot more fine, and see what's out there. And hopefully it's the Crucians messing me around and I can hit a few on the pole. Let's crack on. Not what I was expecting at all. I've been fishing for Crucians and Tench all day. I haven't showed you anything because all I've been catching is skimmers, and then bonus fish, surprise fish. Look at him. A still water chub. Get my big hands out of the way. Look at that. Beautiful little fish on the drop. Single grain of corn, size 16 hook. What a corker. Let's get it back. Let's get after these Crucians. They've had me a little bit of fun. Oh. It was wasn't hard going. I mean, I had a huge bag of skimmers, but once you've seen one skimmer, you've seen them all, haven't you? And had that nice bonus still water chub, but the Crucians and the Tench didn't put in an appearance. That's fishing. That's the way it goes sometimes. You know, you set your stall out to catch a certain species, and they're just not having it, and there's nothing you can do about it. I saw one come out to another fisherman, which I was pleased. A lovely looking Crucian, so I know they're in here. I've seen them, and I know they're true Crucians, so you know, we'll have a little dabble again. But you know, that's the way fishing goes sometimes. Sometimes it's goes to plan, sometimes it don't. Today didn't go to plan, but I still enjoyed myself out fishing, doing what I love. So thanks for watching, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you on the bank real soon.